Hey mate clubbers, welcome back. I hope you've been enjoying my videos so far. Today we're making rice rabbits. Now if you'd like to join in, you will need the following: a sock, scissors, colouring pens, elastics, rice, ribbon, a pom-pom, a glue stick or a sticky tab. Okay, we're going to dive straight into it. So grab hold of your sock, preferably a clean one, your elastics and your rice. So I am making this size rabbit today, which means I'm using 70 grams of rice. However, depending on the size of your sock and how much rice you want to use depends on the size of your rabbit. So to get started, you're going to take your sock, and the easiest way to pour the rice in is to put it over the top of your container, tip it up, and the rice will end up all in your sock without any spillage. From there, you're going to secure it tight with one of your elastics. So you want to make sure it's nice and tight sitting at the bottom of your sock, and then you're going to wrap it around using your elastics. Okay, so that's creating the body and the head, so we just need to put the neck in. So you want to pinch where you want the head shape, and then you're going to pop your second elastic on. Now it's a bit fiddly, but it looks like a rabbit very quickly. There we have it. Now he's looking rather rabbity now. So the next step is to style your ears. Are you having a big floppy ones, little sticky uppy ones? Grab hold of your scissors and let's get designing. For this next step, you're going to need your grown-up because we're going to cut out the ear shape. So initially, I want you to imagine that you're cutting out a leaf shape. So I'm just going to go in and create the initial shape. Although let's face it, all rabbits have all sorts of different ears. Put my scraps to one side, you never know when you're going to need those. And then the same on the other side. So I'm sort of going in, doing little cuts and working my way up. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit rough, because we can always neaten it up later. Now can you see that it's now automatically split apart? So they're going to create the two ears, and then you can just cut down each side to make them look a bit more separated. So I'm going to lay my rabbit down on its side and continue with the cutting. Just neaten him up a bit. And on the other side, again, you might look at your rabbit and think, oh, I think I'd like his ears a bit shorter. You can always take off, but you can't put on. That's what my mum always says to me. Otherwise, you might regret it later. Now, I think he's quite sweet, so I'm going to leave him as he is. I'm going to go in now with my black pen and add some expression. Talk amongst yourselves while I try and concentrate. Let's add his eyes on. I don't know whether you can see in the camera, but my little rabbits have really faint little pink cheeks. So to create that, I took hold of some scrap sock and a colouring felt tip, and I coloured a bit of the felt tip onto the scrap sock. And then all I'm going to do is literally sponge it onto my rabbit's cheeks, and hopefully it'll create the little rosy effect that I am after. A little bit more. There you are, my little blushing bunny. Then I'm just going to go in and colour in his ears as well. Okay, I've given her some lovely pink blushing cheeks, and I've got little pink ears, and now I'm going to go in and give her a ribbon for around the neck. So we had the same problem when we did lollipop bunnies. The longer the piece of ribbon, the easier it is to tie it around. If you use a short piece of ribbon, you might get yourself into a few knots. You can always ask someone else to come in with a couple of extra hands to hold a still. And you want it reasonably tight so it stays together, and it also gives a bit more definition towards the neck. There we are. And then if you need to trim the ribbon off, you can do. if you've got a little bit of overhang. We must give our little rabbit a fluffy tail. Now usually I would use a glue stick or some PVA glue so you can't see the join at the back, but for today, because I'm filming with you guys, I'm going to just use a sticky tab for ease. So I'm going to grab hold of my pom-pom and my sticky tab. I could probably afford to cut that in half. Leave that one side to the side. Lay my rabbit down. And stick it on. Now that is one rather splendid rice rabbit. Now I know I tell you every time, but if you like today's activity, please can you like and subscribe to the Make Club. You can also find me on Instagram, like, I know Lizzie, at Lizzie_club_make. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye!